Hello and welcome to What If Civilization Started Over Part 1, Season 1. Now, honestly, I've wanted to make a Vixo of my own for quite a while now, probably around a yearish. So, yeah, let's get started. Now, the first civilization will appear over here in Iberia, and they will kind of like go around this river and up the Catalonian region, I think it's called. And they will kind of explore, and then we will see a red country forming. This will be the first country of the series, and they are already like quite ambitious. They will expand up here, but they seem to like the rivers a lot, at least, because you can grow a lot of crops there, and yeah. Now, the red team over here, like I said, they love the rivers. So we're going to see multiple exploration groups just go up the rivers, and more and more people are going to actually settle them. It's even going to go so far that people are going to go down here and explore more of this river. The red team is also going to send one exploration group down here, but they're going to kind of get bored. So they're just going to go back up. There's not really much down here. At least that's what they think. And we will especially see a lot of exploration up here until they kind of hit the mountains. And so they're forced to go around it. But the red team actually really likes this area up here. Like, it's really habitable. And the red team even finds rivers, so they're going to like kind of explore around this river until they find out, oh, we can even go around here. So the red team actually has explored quite a bit already, as you can see. And so they're going to expand a bit more up until their leader calls them back, actually. And they're going to expand the country, and that's going to look something like this. Now, obviously, this is a lot of border gore, but the red team really like these areas up here. Like, they're super habitable, and so the red team decided to settle them. But you can mostly also see how the red team went along these two rivers here and actually connected up with the coast of, I don't know what the bay is called here. And yeah, they also expanded a bit down. So yeah, now I think we should go over to Bulgaria. Now, over here in Bulgaria, we will see these guys kind of go down into this Istanbul region. And they will even cross the gap until there's people here. But it's not like country-ish people, it's just people like killing them and hunting them out. So the blue team is going to head out of this area and they're instead going to focus on exploring down here. Although many people just don't like this region, especially because it's kind of mountainous over here, I believe. And so they're going to finish exploring this river and a bit of this river. But the blue team is especially going to focus up here because they really like this region up here. I don't know what it is. It's probably also the crops that you can plant here. So they're going to explore a bit up until an exploration group actually continues to go. And they will find the Crimean Peninsula. So they're going to explore it a bit until they don't really find a way back. And we're going to see a new country appear here. Now, the country is going to be a sign team, and they're going to be located in this Crimean region, obviously, but they still haven't really conquered it because they don't like have that many people. I would say probably around 1,000-ish, maybe. Now, coming back to the red team over here, they will actually establish their first major city, and this will be along this major river over here. But we will also see this major city immediately become their capital. And this is something that the world has not seen yet. The blue team, as an example, does not have a capital yet. It's just a lot of like small towns. Or the Crimeans especially, they just do not have the population for it. But the red team over here is actually kind of having a early population boom. I don't know if that makes sense. And so they're kind of going to decide to explore and expand even more. Now, the red team is going to once again explore along this river. And the people actually really like the server. Like, they are going to go further and further and further. Oh, whoops. And until they kind of hit this Portuguese area. And this area is very good. A lot of natural resources for the people that they can use. And they even managed to make a connection over here. They then explored, went down, meeting this river, but they don't really try to go past it. And then they kind of tell the red team that they wanna, like, kind of make a colony-ish. But the red team just straight up refuses, at least the leader of the country, because he believes that exploring this entire region up here is a lot better than going down, because he thinks that this area is useless. So we will kind of see a country appear here. Now, this country isn't going to be the biggest, it's going to be this yellow country, and compared to the red team, they are just straight up a joke. But this country has a population of around, I would say, 3,000 people. Meanwhile, the red team has a population of like probably 50,000, since they kind of sent a big group down here. And the red team is honestly kind of furious, but they're not really going to do anything about it because they really believe that this French region is worth it. So they're kind of going to explore this area a bit more. So the red team has explored all of this. And this is quite a massive chunk for the red team. And they're immediately going to start settling into this region. And a lot of people come here, honestly. Like, this is kind of the new place if you wanna, like, get a lot of money. You earn a lot here. And the red team is just investing a lot into this. And they're trying to get people to move into, like, this inside region, but it's not as successful. People like the coast a lot more. And there's just a lot of places to work now. So the red team is kind of experiencing another population boom. And the dictator, or the leader, once again, is just not as interested in this down here, or in this in the top left. But he is kind of going to expand his country, at least into the regions that he has already explored before, to make the people happy at least. And so it's going to look something like this. The red team is not capable of exploring this mountain range. It's just not possible for them at all. Like, this is way too much. It's going to be like this for a bit. But yeah, now moving to a different area. The good old blue team. What is the blue team going to do? Honestly, just expand. Because they kind of need to expand, and they're a pretty powerful country. They're just kind of lagging behind. They think that they are kind of the only country existing, because they don't really know that the Crimeans left them over here. So they're going to expand down here until they once again meet the Turkish area. And they're going to just kind of hold off here, but not dare to go further, basically. Some people are also going to settle this region, although it's not that popular. But we will see a lot of land gain, especially up here. The blue team loves these two rivers here, and they're going to expand up here until they kind of meet a Crimean, like, soldier. And this is weird, because why does Crimea actually have, like, troops? And that is because they are kind of a military dictatorship. Like, somebody took over, and not a lot of people live in this country. It's around 2K, I think I said earlier. And the blue team has a population of around, I would say, 30,000, I think. And they will actually manage to establish their first capital city. And this capital city will be located in this region. And with that, the blue team has actually also, like, now over here we will see people in the northwest of the red team decide to explore further. Oh, oops. Decides to explore further to the right side. And this isn't like that good of a region yet, but they decide to push through until they kind of reach this Italian region. They find some rivers, but they then get attacked right in this region. And this is weird because there shouldn't be any countries here. But things are a bit different. And the country is going to look something like this. Now, the main story with this country is that a lot of blue team people kind of went over here over 200 years ago, and the blue team used to be tribes, and so did this country, but they kind of all unified as well. And so this kind of creates an interesting scenario here, because we didn't have any country in the middle, but now we kind of do, and the red team already has figured out that they exist. But the red team also is kind of not happy about this, because these guys just killed the red team soldiers, and red team isn't really fond of this. So we will see the red team massively expand into this. So we will see the red team massively expand down here, and they will get closer and closer to the purple team until something happens. We will see a lot of people try to break away from the red team, and like I said, this was kind of an issue already since the start of the red team. They have neglected this bottom left area for ages, and this area always just kind of wanted to expand into the Arabian continent, but the red team has never really let them. And this is also the most poor region of the red team, and so we will see them fight back. And they are honestly putting up a pretty good fight, but they are also very, very close to the red team. But their main goal is to kind of get to this river and just stop the flow of the red team, and they are kind of able to do it until the red team starts to fight back, and they will crush this rebellion down here, fully. They will then send an operation in the north here to start invading. And yeah, no, it's not looking really good for the green team here. But then we will see something happen, and that is going to be the purple team actually colliding with the red team. And like I said, the red team was going to invade the purple team, and the purple team actually heard about this, and their leader was really fast at reacting. So we will actually see the purple team start invading the red team, and the purple team actually has some pretty good tactics. So the red team is just going to be pushed back like this, and they're now fighting a two-front war. But now, over here in Iberia again, we will see the green team actually manage to push back, and they will kind of attempt to reach the coast here, because the coast is really important, but they aren't really able to. Up here, they will also push back, but the red team will manage to keep a hold of this entire river in the north over here. And now, before this war fully concludes, I think that we will look at something different. And that is going to be the Iberians actually exploring a lot. And I mean a lot. They're going to go down here, and they're going to finally find the strait. But what they will find is not what they expected. They cross this, and something happens. Somehow, nobody returns. This is severe news to the Iberian team, but actually just nobody returns. And so they will send down investigators that will kind of go to this region over here, and once again, they will see people on the other side. And it's not looking good at all, because it's a lot of people, maybe half of red team population people. And that's probably at around 70,000 right now. And Iberia is probably around 5,000. So this is, they're not really fond of this. So we will see exploration up here, finish off with the Iberians going up here, exploring a bit more, exploring around here. And so they will expand. And oh boy, they expanded a lot. They were really scared of this African country, tribe, maybe, you don't know it yet. but they're just going to start exploring a bit more. They're not really going to dare to cross over. They're just going to try and figure out what people are over there. But maybe they will show themselves in a second. So yeah, going back over here to the red team. The green team is actually going to sign peace with the red team. And that is because the purple team has completely pushed up to this river. And the red team didn't want to fight anymore. They were just like, alright bro, you can have independence. Like, this region up here is a lot more important anyways. Like, we don't care about you, just go away please. And so we will kind of see the red team actually fight back, because now they have all of their forces focused on one location. And they will get to a point of this, where it's just a stalemate. So they're going to send some representatives over, and they're going to also have peace with them. And now let's look at this big peace treaty. Now the peace treaty is going to look something like this. The green team gets their independence. They even get a tiny sliver of coast for the red team keeping this region. They kind of like made a trade here. And the purple team will actually gain all of this land. And this kind of scares the red team, because they should be the most powerful country, but they're just not. And so we will actually even see the purple team getting the first major city, not major city, the first capital, since they've been here for a while now, and they even beat the red team in a war. But now, finally, we will see news from Africa, and what the Iberians have discovered is interesting, to say the least. And this is what the Iberians have discovered. A ginormous African country, easily bigger than the red team in population, probably double the population of the blue team, and they are going to start an invasion. And this invasion is going to be none other than invading the Iberians. And this is where I'm going to end the episode. So if you enjoyed What If Civilization Started Over Part 1, then please leave a like and a sub, since that could help me a whole lot, honestly. I appreciate it if you watch this entire video. I will try to upload every 2 or 3 days. Maybe you will even see more if this video actually is a giant success. And yeah, goodbye.